Hey, I'm back, and today I'm doing something pretty simple, but it looks pretty tasty. So I'm going to be making cheese and bean burgers. So hopefully this works out well. Well, let's have a look and see what we do. Okay, so for the beans we're going to be using butter beans. So I've got a tin of butter beans which I have drained, and I'm just going to take a fork and I'm going to mash these into a kind of puree. Okay, there we go. You can see I did switch to a potato masher because they're quite hard to mash actually. But there we go. It's a little bit chunky, but well, we'll see what happens. Right, next up, we need to cook some onions. Right, okay, so it's supposed to be done in a small frying pan, but I don't want to wash up, so I'm going to be cooking in this later. So it says to use a tablespoon of oil. That just seems too much to me, so I've got my spray, so I'm going to spray some oil in. I'm just going to try and keep it on one side. We've got it on a medium heat, and we're going to add one small onion which has been finely diced, and one clove of garlic which has been crushed. Put this on a medium heat, and we're going to fry this off for 3 or 4 minutes until they start to soften. Okay, once the onion and garlic is done, we're going to add these into the butter beans. I'm just going to give the frying pan a bit of a wipe around. Okay, and then the last ingredient that you need is 75 grams of cheese. So you can use different cheeses. They've suggested Wensleydale, but I always have cheddar, so I've got low-fat cheddar, so that's going in. 75 grams. And you just give this all a mix. Okay, before you mix it, you need to add some salt and pepper. And then mix it in. Okay, right, so this is going to make 4 pates, so you just grab a handful, squeeze it together, and shape it into like a burger shape. Okay, once that's done, just put it on a plate for now. Okay, and once you've done all 4, I'm going to cover with cling film, and they're going to go in the fridge for at least 10 minutes. Okay, so once they've chilled, we are going to coat them in breadcrumbs. So we need about a tablespoon of flour, 1 egg, and it says 50 grams of fresh breadcrumbs. They said white, but I only had brown, so, and there's probably more than 50 grams there, but there we go. So to start with then, take one of the patties and you coat it in flour. and then you go in the egg. Now I always say use one hand for dry, one hand for wet, so that's the egg, and then into the breadcrumbs. Then you go back to your dry hand, coat it in breadcrumbs, and there you have it. So I'm going to do the rest. Okay, so to cook them we need a frying pan. The recipe says put 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a frying pan and heat it on a medium heat. I'm only cooking 2. The other 2 I'm going to wrap in cling film, put in a freezer bag, and they're going to go in the freezer. So I'm cooking 2, so I've just put a bit of oil in. So it's on a medium heat, and I'm just going to place them in. And we're going to cook these for about 8 to 10 minutes. Going to turn them occasionally, and yeah, until they're golden brown. It's been a few minutes. Let's do that first flip and see what's going on. Whoa, that looks good. Let's flip again. They're looking good. Okay, so it's been nearly 10 minutes, so the way I test to see if they're done is take a knife, stick it in the middle, and if the knife is warm, then they're warm. If the knife is still cold, they're not cooked in the middle. So I think these are done. So I'm going to put them on some kitchen roll, just drain out any excess fat, and then we'll give it a try. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to have this with some homemade coleslaw. The recipe suggests roasting vine tomatoes and have it with rocket. You can have it with a salad, I don't know, you can have it with chips or anything you like, but I've got homemade coleslaw. Okay, let's give this a go then. That's nice. It's a bit like the cheese and onion crispy bake things that you can get from supermarkets, but the potato doesn't taste quite right, but it's really nice. Yeah, definitely a winner. Yeah, I like them. So that's it from me. So keep experimenting, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye.